Um, my concern is man-made drones. I'm going to go on record saying this. Drones that come out of nowhere. Drones. Armed. Okay. So the vision I had was that these drones came out of the sky. They looked like UFOs. It was like aliens were attacking us. And it wasn't aliens, but we're like, who made these drones? We're under attack, but who are we under attack from? And it was this terror. And I saw them blowing up in the water and going into the water, and we were under siege. So my concern is that, say you have a country or you have rogue actors coming in from Iran or China or Russia, and they're smuggling in parts and building these drones in their basements and arming them, just as Israel did when it brought drones into Iran and began bombing IRGC leadership targets. The same thing could happen here in the United States, and that is the vision I have. And so sleeper cells are woken. They've got the parts. They assemble these armed drones, and then we begin to be hit all over the country. Drones showing up everywhere. These spooky-looking, alien-like drones that are dropping bombs on major cities, and then we're all hysterical as these drones start to hit simultaneously. That was my vision in my dream. So that is the risk. The other thing is more attacks on churches. So if you do go to church on Sunday, they have declared war on Christians, Jews, Zoroaster, or anyone that is not a Muslim, right? Because he's crazy, right? The head of Iran is crazy. So churches could be targets, synagogues could be targets, malls are not as big of a target, but it could be a malls. But it felt to me like they would be targeting places of worship, and that there's a risk of attacks by drones. I'm going to go on record saying that. Very, very scary, terrifying. And it's almost like there are thousands of these drones and they come out of nowhere, like, what the hell? And we're all being attacked. And it's like, who's attacking us? Is it China? They're already here. The drone materials are already here. People are constructing them in their basements and backyards. And they launch at the same time. And so that is why it overwhelms us. That is what it looks like. That is what I can tell you that's what they're planning. So I know sometimes the FBI watches me. So yeah, that's what they're planning. You probably already know it. And so that's the plan. They're going to launch drones from inside the country. Did Trump start a war with Iran so he can call martial law and control the military? No, Israel was bombed 500 times. They shot 500 ballistic missiles at Israel, and 25 hit, and he got it wrong. It was a fake bomb, or like Israel shouldn't have done. Actually, I think they hit Beersheba, killed 4 people, wounded 10. So if the other guy has the ability to drop bombs on you, you're going to have to go in and take out those launchers. So that's probably what happened between Israel and Iran, was that Iran got pissed off and ceasefire, yeah, sure. And then they proceeded to send a bunch of bombs to Qatar, attempt to bomb U.S. bases. They hit Beersheba, killing 4 and wounding 10. So I think it's kind of irrational. That Israel's supposed to just lie down and die? Don't be ridiculous. So what is happening now in Iran, I can tell you because I've done a remote on it. Iran right now. There's a civil war happening in Iran right now, and Israel took out something like 500 IRGC people in one swoop during a parade. And they've also assassinated key leadership, which opens the way for those members of IRGC that were working with the West, working with Israel and working with the United States. So remember, we had said that the new VP that was a liberal that was voted into power by the people and was potentially going to take over for Ali Khamenei, that he was placed there in a soft coup. They knew the people were going to vote for him, so they put him in there. He resigned. And the Shah's son has said, be part of the new government. You have a choice. You can leave this man because this is over. Join us. There will be a place for you in the new Iran. So what happened is that those sleeper cells, right? Those sleeper cells that were part of the revolution have been activated. And so now IRGC members are killing IRGC members. So there was couple of explosions that happened in Iran the last couple of hours, and Israel saying it's not us. It doesn't have to be, because the opposition to Ali Khamenei is assassinating Ali Khamenei's people. And then they will rise up and they will be the new IRGC helping in the transition. And that is what has been set up. And it took years and years and years, as we said, of planning and working with revolutionaries that were in the IRGC. And they are the ones that assassinated Raisi by putting a nice little cocktail in the tea. Yes, that was very clever. And then hey, nothing wrong with the helicopter. It must have been an accident. Wink, wink, right? He just happened to be in it, the only one that crashed. The other helicopters were fine, right? What a weird coincidence, right? Which opened the way for a liberal to come in and take his position, because Raisi was a fanatical, hardcore Hamas Hezbollah sympathizer, right? So he had to go, right? People were partying in Tehran when he died. So that's what's happening right now in Iran, is the assassination of IRGC members that are not joining with the West. And then they will rise up and they will take back the new Iran. So that is why Trump is saying, why'd you have to do that? We don't have to bomb. Just let them finish it off. It's over for good, and there's never going to fight again. The reason he's saying that is because right now people's throats are getting cut in their sleep by, hey, I thought you were my guard. Those sleeper cells, the Western opposition, are now activated, and they're killing their senior officers, or the senior officers are in on it and they're killing people, right? So that is happening as we speak. So if you were a true believer and you supported the former regime, you're probably desperately trying to get out of Iran right now. Okay, Rebecca.